How is everybody doing? Nomad here. In today's industry, gaming has taken on a weird characteristic and it seems to be going nowhere. With many titles that seem to be in development for ages, yet they released unfinished or in a completely broken state. Trailers and gameplays showcasing something that never tends to be what we actually receive come launch day. Now, these misconceptions and unfinished products tend to be what is normalized by development teams. With games now being priced higher than ever for the base versions, this is not okay at all. Now don't get me wrong, not all development teams nor games are following these paths, but it just seems to be becoming more and more common in today's day and age. With all this being said, let's talk about a title that has and continues to do something right. You know, the highly anticipated Dead Island 2 that took a little over a decade to finally release. With numerous times of it being delayed, we, the community, were able to finally get our hands on it. This game ticks so many, if not all, boxes when it comes to a finished, complete product. Not only does its story feel like an action horror movie, the likes of 28 Days Later, mixed in with some Shaun of the Dead humor, I would say, but its world really sets the vibe for what LA would be like during a catastrophe of this nature. From Emmett John's welcoming yet crappy attitude, making you feel like this lady just likes me enough for me to do her errands for her, basically, because he's work. To Sam B coming back in the mix, stirring stuff up and being like, who do you voodoo bitch? From the Rat King living in the sewers all alone in despair, wishing for better days, but can't confront reality as it's right in front of his face, so he just stays underneath the ground, collecting all the videos he can in movies of his past, reminiscing on what used to be and what could be, but now never will happen. The general gameplay elements from the main story to the side content that doesn't get thrown at you, I might add, but trickles in at a pace that is understandable and fits the mood. Following its predecessor's story in a way that's understandable and makes sense enough for you to not get confused or have one of those what the hell is going on moments. Dead Island's environments are one of the most realistic, recreated locations I think any game has done. From the Halprin Hotel entryways to Venice Beach and its boardwalk of shops and restaurants, even Beverly Hills tight roads and boxy mansions that really set the mood of being in LA. The game's lighting, textures, and overall performance is really where this game shines. The realism in its environments, from random areas completely covered in blood, to gas cans spilling and consuming parts of the streets and sidewalks. Now the beauty of all this, you can pick up a water canister and completely clean up all these areas, and remove the gas from the streets or the blood on the walls. You could basically play this game as if it was Viscera cleanup detail. Because at the end of the day, guys, who the hell's gonna clean up a mess like this after a catastrophe? TDC maybe, but they're gonna need a lot more hands on board, and we could basically do that. One of the biggest aspects of Dead Island 2 is not trying to be too much or be something it isn't. As a development team, they did reinvent the wheel when it came to the new flesh system. They created something absolutely amazing for the title, and it's specific for the title, and it makes and plays well in the game. They didn't try to do anything crazy outside the box that would make the world or the game itself feel wonky or out of place. They added just enough new variety to gaming in general that sets the pace and I think really sets the bar for what development teams and games should be nowadays. I really do think not only Dead Island 2 as a game, but Dambuster Studios and Deep Silver really should be a pillar in the gaming community in our day and age. I do believe they should be used as an example, and Dead Island 2 should really set the pace for where gaming should be going. At the end of the day, sure does Dead Island 2 have a few bugs and a few gripes, but I like to see more zombies on screen in certain areas, or some more fast-paced action at times, yes. But at the end of the day, when a game releases, we know these things and minor bugs are going to occur, and these bugs aren't game-breaking. If anything, they add a hilarious element to the title when you encounter them because they're not frequent. I would love to know what you guys think overall of Dead Island 2, what you think of the gaming community and the development teams and where gaming is headed, and what we've received recently from a lot of development teams when it comes to unfinished products. At the end of the day, Dead Island 2 is an amazing title, and it really sets the pace for where gaming should go. Appreciate you guys for checking out the video, and drop a like on it if you enjoyed it, as it helps me and the channel grow. Subscribe for everything Dead Island 2, all things gaming. I would love to have you in the community, and as always guys, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.